Hey, the world of the internet. So, I got an update for you guys on the Alpinestars, but more importantly, on these little lights over here and what it goes into getting them, first impressions. And the background is that I got myself this bike over here, and I hated it out of the box. It completely sucked, but it was a really good package. So, some small updates. Definitely needs new signals. The mirrors originally sucked, and this one is great, the CRG. These are Rizomas. These are the T-Rex sliders. 2 bolts, nice slide, so for the track it won't catch on as much. You will need a quick shifter for the track. Don't need it otherwise. I'm gonna have to blur this out. Nitron R3 rear shock. This was the beauty of the bike. In combination with the Rosso 3 Diablo tires, amazing. At the end, the exhaust can is good, but the headers really suck. So what I did is I got us some nice Arrow headers, and you're gonna need thicker GSX-R header gaskets. This little windshield here, you think it makes a little difference? No, it's huge. But back to the game. So bike is set up, runs great, everything's good. Got this great Alpinestars Tech-Air tracksuit. It's really nice. I don't know if you can see back there. But the whole point of this suit, the whole point of this bike, which is comfortable for the street, but super kick-ass on the track. I think a dyno's around 160 at the wheel, which is more than enough. Absolutely more than enough. Yeah, just want to play with it. Oh yeah, Oxford heated grips. Gets pretty cold sometimes at night in the mountains. So really, really nice. All right, so I got this bag installed inside here. It's not a garbage bag. It's actually a very rare to find right now Tech-Air bag. There it is. The lights are armed. Where are they? Come on. There they are. You can kind of see them that they're armed. Once I disconnect this, lights are turning off, system's turning off. Oops, it connected back by itself. And the system's off. Boop. And there you go. There's a switch in the back of the suit, right underneath this whole thing. And you have to turn that on for the track. You charge it for about 6 hours, and it lasts for about 25 hours. It's great. Charging port might be better if it was in the suit. The switch to turn the whole thing on and off might be better if it was somewhere a little bit more visible, maybe under a hidden flap. I paid $1,400 for the suit, another $1,200 for the airbag. Put a convenient switch. Don't cheap out on that. Other things. Ventilation is not going to be as good because this is an airbag, obviously. But they could have made some little pockets for the air to filter through. That being said, if you use this suit without the airbag, it really sucks. I ended up finding some of the chest plates that I had on here always fall out. The zipper pocket, the Velcro pockets don't hold them. So because of that, they fall, and I pulled one out of here this morning before I went for a ride. I don't want my chest pads in my butt. They're not butt pads. So here's what I'm thinking. You definitely need a different firmware if you ride the bike on the street for this airbag. So you connect it to the computer, you download it, and you get your street riding system, because it's different for the track, different conditions. I don't like that. I don't like having to switch firmwares. Why not have a switch? Again, it's a very expensive piece of equipment. Alpinestars has been working on it for like, what, 10, 11 years? Come on, guys, switches. Give me some options. Why am I spending so much money on this system? Let's see what else. It's much nicer than having a back protector because this straps into the suit. It's easy to put on, it stays in place, it's super comfortable, it's great. Problem, when you're sticking the suit on, you get that first hand in there, which is good, but the back hand that you get, you're kind of like wiggling behind it to get it in. Because of that, sometimes you miss the hole and you stick your hand above the airbag, between the suit and the airbag. That's no bueno. Let's see, what else? This suit really bothers me for another reason. The boots that I have on now are not my preferred boots. These are Guyanas. Because of that, the padding that is being used over there is so thick at the bottom, which is good for protection, but it's bad for getting the suit tucked into the boot. So because of that, my suit sticks a little high above the knee, maybe an inch or so. So I have to trim those down or get a different pair of boots. And I've tried a bunch. Me with thick calves, doesn't really work. So we covered the light system. The way it works is you first connect the magnetic strap, stick on the Velcro, suit starts turning on. Oh, there it goes. And it arms. Now, when you're riding, it doesn't mean that it always works. For example, if you're sitting at a red light and a car hits you, system isn't armed because it didn't detect you moving. So, not the best kind of protection there either. But you're probably not going to hurt as much. Look, suit is now on. When the yellow light goes off when you're riding, I believe the suit is armed. So I try to keep an eye on it when I was riding up here. When I'm going a little bit faster and a little harder, the light indicates that it's armed. The rest of the time, it isn't. What else can I tell you guys? Suit fits great, good ventilation. I got the vented one. It's got the perforated holes all here and all throughout this area somewhere. I don't know if you could see them. But the stitching on the suit, oh my god, this sucks. So not here, this one's good, but here, look at this. Stitching completely off. This is not the first suit. I had a different suit from Revzilla. Props to you guys are awesome. They changed the suit out, but the stitching here was all coming off. So because of that, when you get one of these suits, definitely check the stitching. Not happy with Alpinestars. I had the Dainese suit, and the fit wasn't good because we're not all Valentino Rossi, very skinny up top with long legs. I'm in fact quite short with legs and a big upper body, big thick calves and thighs. So, you know, I like to work out, and the suit needs to work with me. What else can I tell you? Kind of bothers me around the neck once in a while too, but maybe that was because I had the back protector prior. The back protector that I had before had a long tail on the back, and because of that, it would get stuck in these ripples when I would bend and come up, and it would ride up, and that wasn't good. That really bothered me. Do you guys see the bike? Ah! This thing pulls hard, man. It's got a lot of torque. I think it pulls just under 160. These are real numbers. 160 and 81 or 82 foot-pounds of torque. It's got a power commander, auto tune, headers, BMC street air filter, not the race one because it gets less filtration, and a few little mods. I've cut the air intakes out over here so the air goes straight in to the intake. There it is. I can stick my fingers into it. Ram air. There's also a restrictor plate inside the air box. Take that out. It's for noise. You guys, I don't want to start this stuff again. I've seen the forums. Get over it. It's for noise. Power comes up way high. Also had the ECU reflashed so that it removes some of the retarded timing. Yes, that's what it's called. From the first 3 gears. It does make a big difference, even when you're cruising. That being said, these bikes are notoriously bad for having an incredibly snatchy throttle. This bike was horrible when I bought it, hence all the work that I put into it. People say, hey, you got this bike brand new, why'd you put in so much work into it? Well, most bikes brand new aren't that great. A lot of them are, but I didn't want to spend $23,000 on a new S1000 RR because I wanted something more upright. And I didn't want the BMW reliability issues and nightmares that some of my friends had. I didn't want the Ducati issues and impracticality of how poorly they're built in some cases, like having to get to the battery is such a bitch. I mean, just little things like that. I wanted Japanese reliability. I know that they're more boring out of the box, but with a little bit of work and a little bit of tweaking, they are super awesome and incredibly reliable. That's my thing. I don't want to get stuck up here in the mountains with a bike that won't start or has some switch issues. You know, a simple little sensor can leave you stranded. This doesn't help too much. I think it needs to be a little bit lower, so I'm going to stretch it, put it on this panel, but I've had really good grip so far. I'm okay with the position of the pegs. That's also good too. Now the brakes. Oh, brakes. You see these and you're like, Brembos are awesome. No, they suck. They absolutely suck. This master cylinder from Brembo here is actually, I think it's a Nissan. It's not a Brembo. It's horrible. So the original Brembo brake pads felt like wood. You need a full hand of grip to brake. Now I have 2 or 1 finger braking. How did I achieve that? Vesra's XX pads. They're amazing. They don't have a linear grip, so when you slam on the brakes, they ease in as they heat up, which is great if you, for example, say you panic when you're going down the road and a car pulls out in front of you. If you slam on the brakes really hard, and if they grip from the very beginning, you're gonna have a little bit of wheel slip and then your whole braking is done. These ease into it, which is great for panicking, but it's also really amazing on the track. So I put my little sensor there for the Oxford. I think it's really nifty. Everybody just puts it in like this big panel over here. It looks really stupid. Did I cover everything? This is a Puig screen. This bike's been on 3 different tracks so far, and it's really, really good. Gearing is kind of high. Chain, I think, is a little heavy. Maybe I'll go for the 520 conversion soon. But overall, out the door, I got this bike just under 11 when it was brand new, when it was recently came out. And I put a little bit of money into it. I did my research. I got a good price on parts. The bike right now is about, I think, just over 14, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's great. All right, if I can think of anything, I'll call you guys up soon.